Right.
Hi.
Uh-huh.
Say hello to the camera, Daddy.
Yeah, hi, how you doing?
Okay. So
Okay.
I wanted to make this video. I wanted
Uh-huh.
to make more than one, but the first one just to start off, because
Yeah.
sometimes a lot of times people pass away and then you never know. You want to
Mm.
ask them questions and you never get to do it.
Yes, it
So this
happened.
is my way of making a video to get to know more about you, Daddy.
Okay,
You can answer me in
that's it.
Spanish or in English, whatever's better for you.
That's okay.
Okay. So let's start off. What's your whole name?
Yeah, Pedro Payne,
What's your birthday?
May 10th, 1937.
Okay. And what were your parents' names?
My parents' name was Alfredo Payne,
Mm-hmm.
and my mother, Emily Payne Todd.
Okay. Where was your dad from?
He was originally from Jamaica, the West Indies.
Do you know where in Jamaica or no?
He actually told me he was from a town named Black River, that's in Elizabeth,
Okay.
Jamaica.
And where was your mom from?
She is from St. Kitts,
St. Kitts?
West Indies. Yeah.
Okay. And you don't know where in St. Kitts?
No, I have no idea.
Okay.
Uh,
And where were you born?
I was born in the Dominican Republic, Santo Domingo.
Do you know what hospital?
Yes, hospital was the International Hospital.
That was the name?
Yeah, International Hospital.
And how many brothers and sisters do you have?
We used to be nine altogether.
Altogether it was nine? I
Yeah.
thought it was 11. I don't know where I got those two extra people.
Well, that's because they say that my dad had two more.
But you don't know
About I never, mm, you know, I never meet him or anything like that, so I'm not too sure about that.
if it's true or not.
That's what I don't know.
Who told you that
We
you
never.
who told you you had two more?
Yeah, that was my older sister,
Maria?
Maria,
Okay.
but we never met him.
I didn't know that. So, can you name your brothers and sisters or no? Or is
Oh
it too
my
many?
God, yes, yes. Because Maria was the older one.
Mm-hmm.
Victor,
Mm-hmm.
Alfredo, the other one.
Mm-hmm.
Estela, the other one. Gladys,
Mm-hmm.
the other one. Armando,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, Armando. Followed by Jorgito.
Mm-hmm.
Then come me, Pedro,
Mm-hmm.
followed by my sister Lola,
Mm-hmm.
and then was the last one was Orlando.
Orlando was the youngest.
Yeah, the youngest one.
Who was your favorite sister?
Actually, he used to be my sister Lola.
Lola was your favorite? I
Yeah.
thought Maria was your favorite.
No, Maria used to take care of me,
Right.
when I needed her when I was a kid, and
Mm-hmm.
she always helped me out. But Laura and I grew up together,
Mm-hmm.
and we used to play together.
That's why she was your favorite?
Yeah, she was never in a bad mood or anything like that.
What's your best memory of her?
Oh, my best memory is when we used to go to church together to sing in a choir
Mm-hmm.
in the church.
Mm-hmm.
So we used to go together to sing to that.
You and
eh,
Lola?
Yeah, with that Episcopal church.
I thought you went to a Catholic church.
No, that was way before.
Okay.
Then we went to that Episcopal church. We used to sing in the choir.
Your whole family?
No, just only she
You
and I.
Okay, so you were older by that point. A little older?
Yeah, yeah.
What about
Mm.
what about your favorite brother?
Oh, usually, actually, it was always Jorgito.
Always Jorgito?
Always Jorgito. Because Jorgito will lend me his bike all the time.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, I'd use his bike and to go places. He never complained.
So he was always nice to you?
Oh, yes, Jorgito was the best of all.
What do you remember the most about him?
The best about him is he was never shy to do anything. He used to go and try to win a contest, singing contest.
Mm-hmm.
When he worked, he makes a little money. He would bring his money to my dad and mother.
Okay.
So, he was never, he was very, very close, he and I.
And
Of course, it's because, he was only 2 years apart from me.
right. He was only 2 years older than you, or
Yeah, he
okay.
was 2 years older than me.
Okay. And
Hmm.
what about your parents? Did you have a good relationship with them?
Uh, Not really with my dad, but my mother used to always, uh, pro you know, protect me, and she could count with me for anything, any decision. She used to talk to me,
Mm-hmm.
and but my dad, he always stay away from anything else.
What was your dad like?
Oh, very quiet, never talk, always by himself. Never get too close to to the kids, though.
So he didn't hug you
No,
guys and all that,
no,
and
those days, those old parents, they was not like that.
mm-hmm.
No. Of course, he used to see that I was the most, I mean, everything I does, I used to be, uh, I used to do more than any of the other brothers.
Mm-hmm.
Like playing music and going to the best school. Uh, my mother used to protect me all the time because she see that I used to be very handy and everything.
Right.
Yeah, the other brothers, they didn't care much. So
So you were the one who was more
I
responsible?
was more responsible in the whole family, especially after I grew up and, after I grew up and, they see that my, like a better quality, different from my other brothers, that I had more sense in things that I used to do. So they used to more depend on me than any other brother or sister. Yeah.
What was your best memory of your mom?
Well, like to say, my mother, uh, anytime I need a uniform to go back to school, oh, I only had one uniform. It was dirty, and she used to be all night long taking care of that uniform. So the following morning, she will get up, 5 o'clock in the morning, iron my uniform again, because she knew that I had to go. If we had like a what you call this, like a show
Mm-hmm.
with a band of music,
Mm-hmm.
I had to go clean again.
Mm-hmm.
So she would stay all night long cleaning that uniform for me. And next day I had my clothes ready to go. Yeah.
What was your favorite memory of your dad? Or do you
Uh,
not have one?
Actually, no, he was so quiet and stay almost by himself all the time. But one of the one of the best moments I had with my dad after I traveled,
Mm-hmm.
he found out that I was very responsible kid,
Mm-hmm.
and then he thought about me different. And I remember uh, him telling me, you know, I had a bad thinking about you. I thought, you will do the same as your older brothers, that they never care much about us. But I see that you are different, you know. I see that you are different. So uh, I want to thank you to that you are, taking care of us.
Because you were sending money home, right? When
Yes,
you
I
moved
used to
away?
send home money home every week,
Mm-hmm.
and they see that I used to care. So my people, could make it with a little money that they used to send weekly
Mm-hmm.
or every 15 days. I will send double
Right.
the amount. Oh, they was very, very happy about that.
So, going back
Yeah.
to when you were a kid, what school did you go to?
Yes, I went to that Catholic school first,
What was the name?
the Don Bosco,
Mm-hmm.
which is a Catholic school, Don Bosco. And, after I put in about 5 years with Don Bosco, then I went to the high school. But that was a public high school.
There was no middle school?
Well, we no, the Don Bosco had middle school too. I
Okay.
finished middle school in Don Bosco. And from there, then I went to high school, to that other government school.
What was the name?
Yeah, what's the name of that high school? Oh, they used to call it La Normal, Normal High School.
Normal.
Yeah, Normal,
Why?
Normal, Normal
Why they
High
call?
School.
Was that someone's name?
No, it's just one name that they created, and it's there, La Normal. Everybody back home know which is the La Normal High School.
Do you remember
Yeah.
what street you grew up in?
Where's that?
What street?
Oh, yeah. Long name. Francisco Enriquez y Carvajal, number 242.
That was your address?
Yeah, Francisco Enriquez y Carvajal, 242, Santo Domingo City,
Okay.
which is the capital of Dominican Republic.
Thanks, Dad. Did you have a lot of friends in high school?
Oh yes, I had all my friends. We used to hang around at night for 2, 3 hours, and then by 9 o'clock everybody go home again. But I had so many friends. We used to meet in one place every night, and then over the weekend, we go to movies. What time are you going to movies? Oh, by 3 o'clock. Okay, let's go. 3 o'clock, we'll be there too. And until you know, my mother decided to send me to U.S.
Mm-hmm.
and I make new friends there.
How old were you when you graduated from high school?
Oh, I was 19, but I did not finish my graduation.
Why not?
Well, I had to immigrate.
I didn't know you didn't finish high school.
No, I didn't finish it.
I thought you finished high school,
No, well, they call it finish, but
but you never got your degree?
no, I never did. Uh, because, we was in such a pressure to, get money back home that I decide, no, I got to travel, work, and send some money to my people. So I really didn't care much about
Do
the high
you do
school.
you regret? Not graduating?
No, because I thought my priority thing was to, send money to my family
Right.
because they was having a tough time.
Right.
And I say I didn't care about the school. I just only want my mother and father to have food on the table.
Did you guys grow up poor?
What?
Did you guys grow up poor? Si fueron pobres when you were
Oh
younger?
yes, very, yeah, very poor. I mean, we had our own home,
Mm-hmm.
but then my dad did had a job because he was too old then, and they closed down the hospital
Mm-hmm.
where he was working.
What did he do in the hospital?
Oh, he used to be
Okay.
maintenance for the hospital. And then, my two other brothers, they went on their way,
Which
and they
one?
forget Victor and Armando.
Uh-huh.
They went, their way. So it was very tight.
Right.
It was very tight for
Even
us.
when you were kids, when you were little,
Yes, yes, it was very tight.
did you ever like go hungry, or was there ever like an?
Well, not exactly. Let's say, uh, we had to wait until my dad get home in the evening
Mm-hmm.
to bring some food home,
Mm-hmm.
you know. And in those old days, uh, we used to go to a bakery shop,
Mm-hmm.
and like late, like 3 o'clock in the evening,
Mm-hmm.
uh, the bread that was stay over, we had to go buy those bread for 5 cents.
Mm-hmm.
We get a whole lot of bread left over. So we used to kind of, you know, have bread for the following day.
Mm-hmm.
And
So
but it was very tough time.
was there ever like a night that you didn't eat because there wasn't enough food for everybody?
Oh no, because my mother, my mother always, you know, have some flour
Mm-hmm.
and she makes some Johnny cake.
That's West Indian, isn't it? That's not Dominican. Johnny cake?
Well, but don't forget she was English.
Right.
She was born on that. So she will make a Johnny cake, not fried, but roasted Johnny cake.
In the oven?
Yeah, well, no, but no oven. They used to make their own oven.
Okay.
There was no oven in those days.
Okay. Because the kind that you used to make
It was in a
here,
whole pot.
right, you used to fry yours. Remember when you would
Well,
make
yeah,
it?
yeah, well, like to say, like back home, when they had not oil but manteca,
Okay.
the crude manteca.
Oh, lard. It's called
Yeah,
lard.
exactly.
Pig fat.
And then they used to do the Johnny cake there, but the other one, the roasted Johnny cake,
Mm-hmm.
wa- used to build you up more.
Really?
Yeah, because a roasted Johnny cake is solid,
Okay.
and a lot of people, after they make a big round Johnny cake,
Mm-hmm.
then they cut it in slices,
Mm-hmm.
and you eat that with avocado. Avocado. Don't forget, avocado was very cheap.
Right.
You find avocado all over
All over the place.
the place. So that was a good meal. The roasted Johnny cake with avocado. And, like we get like tea
Mm-hmm.
when there was no milk.
Mm-hmm.
Then we get cinnamon tea or any other kind of flavored tea. It
Mm-hmm.
was cheap then.
Right. And was there other kinds of West Indian foods that you ate in your household?
Well, not me. My father used to like those West Indian food. Not me. I never.
You didn't like eating it?
No.
Why?
I just think they like the okra.
Okra?
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
the okra with a what you call it, with cornmeal,
Mm-hmm.
and I didn't used to like it because kind of slippery, kind of.
Oh, it gets if you don't cook it, if you, it can get slimy. It gets slimy in the
Yeah,
middle.
yes, and
Can't get
but
that
I
shit
never
right.
liked that. I never liked it. I used to like my rice and rice pudding.
Mm-hmm.
Rice pudding, it was my favorite meal.
Oh yeah, growing up as a kid.
Yeah.
So they used to eat your dad and your mom used to eat a lot of West Indian food.
Well, not all the time. Most of the time they used to cook the same as Dominican.
Mm-hmm.
Red beans with the rice
Mm-hmm.
and chicken.
Mm-hmm.
We used to raise our own chicken.
Really?
I used to. I used to.
You used to raise it?
Yeah, I had about 15 to 20 chickens.
Mm-hmm.
And I used to take care of my chicken. But sometimes, like on the weekend,
Mm-hmm.
when I used to go out with my friends, my older brother would come and kill one of the chicken, and my mother would cook it. They won't let me know that was one of my chicken. And we eat and think, and I used to go counting my chicken. I say, they stole one of my chicken. Maybe my neighbor have it. Oh yeah, everybody quiet, everybody. And when I find out a lot of feather in the dump, that was one of my chicken. I used to get mad as hell. But they said, well, we got to eat.
Right.
We got to eat.
So they used to eat your chickens and not tell you that they were eating your
No,
chickens until
yeah.
after you ate it.
Yeah, after everybody finished, everybody, my older brother, they would go away and things like that. And then I used to give them the feather in the dump. Where's the feather coming from? Well, your brother killed one of your chicken. Oh, God. I used to cry. Yeah, well, they want to touch my chicken.
Did your parents speak Spanish?
Well, my mother used to speak a better Spanish than my dad
Cause
because
you're.
she grew up in Santo Domingo.
Mm-hmm.
Now, when my dad got to Santo Domingo, he was already older, more mature.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't think he went to school in Santo Domingo. He had to go to work.
Right.
Yeah.
And did you ever consider yourself Jamaican?
No, I didn't even know Jamaica. Why should I think about Jamaica? No,
So
no
you.
way. I could have said I'm from the Saint Kitts too. But
Mm-hmm.
hey, if I don't know those islands,
Right.
why should I, you know, say that I'm a Jamaican? No, my dad was. That's it. You know,
So you don't think you grew up like differently than other Dominican kids?
no, no. I had to be the same. All my friends used to be uh, the same custom. Everything we do together. We play for the band of music, and no,
Did you play
we
a lot of baseball when you were a kid?
yes, but baseball in those days we didn't have you know the right equipment. We didn't have a glove. You had to make your own glove.
Mm-hmm.
That's how bad it was with those days in baseball. If you didn't have the money to buy a glove, you had to build your own glove. You know,
So it
so
was like stickball.
yeah, well, stickball we used to play with a broom, and we used to hit the Pepsi cap, the cap of the Pepsi
Yeah.
bottle.
Yeah.
We throw that, and you have to hit that little cap.
That was your baseball?
Well, when we was growing, but after that, then we play uh, with the regular ball.
Mm-hmm.
But we had to build our own ball, because there was no ball either.
Lord.
We had to make a ball. You know,
Was it too
Uh,
expensive to buy one?
it was, yeah. Not like today.
Right.
No, those days you could, yeah, you couldn't touch a baseball like today. Today kids have it so easy. They have glove, professional glove and things like that. Like I tell you, we had to We have to make our own glove and sew it, and make your own glove.
Did you spend a
Yeah.
lot of time outside as a kid?
You mean outside the house?
Yeah, like I
Yeah, the
mean,
most
like
of the time we never.
you were
The,
playing outside.
well, the most of the time you go to school all day.
Mhm.
When you get home, then probably a couple hours. Then we have to meet all the friends, to
Mhm.
talk and things like that. And like when we was in the band,
Mhm.
like at night, we go to one corner there and we start playing merengue, things like that. Uh,
What instrument did you play?
oh, well, like to say the tambora,
Mhm.
I was very good at tambora. The other one, the guiro, the
Mhm.
other one, the maracas. And there used to be usually one guy
Right.
that he was a very good singer.
Mhm.
Also, he used to sing, and then we follow him. Oh, we used to have a lot of fun, a lot of fun.
You think kids are different now,
Oh
growing
yes,
up?
and oh yes. Oh, kids today, they don't, they have another kind of different attitude.
Mhm.
They don't care much. They don't have that much feeling like, you know, like when I was living, back home, Santo Domingo.
Mhm.
Oh, about half of the class, they went to say goodbye, goodbye, Paine. Have a nice trip. A lot of the girls crying because I was leaving. Oh, there was another kind of people
Mhm.
because people, those days they never travel
Right.
like today.
Everyone can travel.
Everybody can travel.
Mhm.
Those days, no way.
Did you ever see any of those people again when you left?
Oh yes, oh yes, oh yes. So look at that, like Chichi,
Mhm.
Franciquito.
Mhm.
Uh, well, not Julie, because Julie was, I met him when I was in
In New
New York.
York.
Yeah, but Franciquito and Chichi and uh, there's so many of them some of them already passed away.
Mhm.
Jose Gomez.
Right. You were friends with him since you were a kid.
Yeah,
When did you meet him?
Jose Gomez.
Mhm.
He used to be in the same school, Don Bosco. And we
What?
used to play the same band.
How old are you? Like 10?
I'll say around 11, 12.
What's your best memory of Santo Domingo? What do you miss the most?
No, no, really, I won't say that, all my friends that I miss, of course, I miss all my friends. But when I came to US, everybody will, send a letter,
Mhm.
and we would send letters, letters coming back and forth.
So do you miss the old Santo Domingo the way it used to
The way they
be?
used to be,
Because it's
they
different
was
now.
more friendly,
Mhm.
more like family,
Mhm.
like everybody, in the neighborhood. They know you. Everybody in the neighborhood know you. You know them, and oh, that was growing up.
Do you
Not today. Today, nobody today. No, nobody. They don't care. They have to be, a different life. They have a different life today.
when you were growing up, who was in charge in Dominican Republic?
Yeah, that was Trujillo
Mhm.
was the president. He was a dictator.
Mhm.
He dictated the country for over 30 something years. So,
Were people scared like growing up? Like were
oh,
you scared growing up of
well,
him?
well, there used to be more respect,
Mhm.
because that guy was very strict. Uh, you could sleep with the door open and not worrying about somebody gonna, stick you up or anything like that.
Mhm.
No, they will be afraid because hey, he will punish them so bad
Mhm.
that hey, everybody had to respect. But not today. Today everything is get out of the hand. They do whatever I feel like. A
Were
different. There was no drug those days.
mhm.
Those drugs, they never. Then nobody know about drug.
Is
uh
it true that every household had to have a picture of him?
They had to. If you didn't have a picture of him, they'd say, well, you know what? You are against our government. You are against Trujillo. Oh, no, 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 no. It's just that, my dad didn't have money to buy. Well, okay, we'll give you one and tell you that to pay little by little. Heh? And you couldn't say no.
Is that what your dad had to do because he couldn't afford a picture?
Yeah. So, even if you had to pay $50 a month, I mean 50 cents a month, 50 cents
Mhm.
a month. But when somebody, in the military come to see you, they want to see that picture up there, Trujillo.
So they came to your house one time and saw that you didn't have a picture?
No, they won't come purposely, checking on you, but if
Mhm.
they come to visit you, they usually say, oh, Trujillo, yeah.
Did he treat people like your parents differently because they were English? They weren't really Dominican?
They, he didn't care much about the English people, but uh, he won't, you know, he won't attack English people. He will. People from Haiti,
Mhm.
he didn't want to know about Haiti people.
Mhm.
Haitian. No Haitian. No,
Right.
no,
He
no.
was violent towards them,
Oh,
but he
yeah.
was not violent towards like people from other like from the
No,
West
some other
Indies.
countries, no. I mean, he didn't care from nobody from other countries,
Mhm.
but from Haitian, he used to bring Haitian to cut, the sugar, to work on the plantations.
Mhm.
But then he would take them back again to Haiti.
Do you miss your childhood? Like, do you think about it?
About who?
Do you think about your childhood, like when you were a kid?
Well, you have to, usually, you don't think no more about, your past and things like that because especially after you have family, you have something to think about a little different.
You don't miss it when you being a kid?
Oh, no, no, no. Because, yeah, it was a different life. We didn't know what a toilet was.
Okay then. You
We,
didn't know
we
you didn't have toilets?
No, there was no toilet. No way. The first time I seen a toilet was when my older sister got married.
Mhm.
That her husband bought a toilet and it was inside the house. Wow, why you put that thing inside the house? You have to be, outside the house. No, no, no. This is something new. What? And you gotta sit down there? We
When
never get used to that.
how old were you when that happened? You
Oh,
remember?
probably about 7 or 8 years old.
Oh wow. So
Yeah.
before that, where did you go to the bathroom?
Oh, we used to go at the end of the patio.
Mhm.
We used to have a toilet back there. And it used to be a box where you sit down in a box.
So like an outhouse.
Yeah. In the box, you sit down and do your thing. There was no toilet paper either.
What did you use?
Newspaper. You wear it and you clean yourself with a newspaper. You wear it and
Mhm.
you clean yourself with that. So there was not such a thing about toilet paper. Just only rich people used to have that. So,
So it's a totally different time than what it is today.
oh yes, wow. It's like a day and night. It's like day
Interesting.
and night, yeah. It's a different ball game altogether. To those days, my mother could have cooked a whole meal for everybody with one. peso.
Mhm.
With 1 peso. Today, to cook for a whole family, at least I'd say you need about 1,000 pesos.
Right.
It's different.
It's just a different time.
Oh yes, a different day, different kind. It's a different life.
Right. I mean, did you have fun growing up?
Yes, because you didn't know anything better than that.
Right.
You never knew another kind of life. So whatever you don't know, you don't miss.
True.
See?
If you could,
Until you travel.
right, if you could grow up differently, would you have done it? Would you have rather have grown up a different way?
Oh yes. Oh yes, because we made a lot of sacrifice. Of course, we used to do things different.
Mhm.
Like my mother, she will never let me go to the beach with my friend because she was afraid I would get drowned.
Mhm.
And, you know, they never show us how to swim or anything like that. I learned on my own
Mhm.
how to swim. But my dad and mother never
Mhm.
knew that I used to go sometime with my friend to learn how to swim.
You used to sneak around to go swimming.
Yeah. Sometimes we don't go to school that day
Mhm.
and we go to the river,
Mhm.
quiet river, and we used to, learn how to swim. But they never find out that.
That you knew how to swim.
Oh no,
Did
we
your
never
siblings
find
know
out.
how to swim, or just you? Did like Armando
That
or
I remember.
you don't remember who?
No, I remember about myself.
Mhm.
I don't know about the others.
Right.
I don't know if they ever learned how to swim. But I used to be a good swimmer then. Uh, when I came from New York to New York,
Mhm.
that I see Jose Gomez.
Mhm.
Jose Gomez, Pedro, what you doing here? I say, Jose, what are you doing here? Yeah,
Right,
well,
because you guys lost touch with each other when
yeah,
after being kids.
uh-huh. Well, after we went to high school,
Mhm.
he went to a different school. I went to a different school.
Mhm. So.
But we always, stay in contact all the
Mhm.
time, all the time.
How old were you when Maria left
When
to
she
New
got
York?
married,
No, no, no. How old were
oh,
you when Maria left to New York? Because you were still in Santo Domingo.
no, no. The first one that stepped in the U.S. was Estela.
Oh, I thought it was Maria.
No, Maria. Maria left Santo Domingo maybe until about 9 years later.
Okay, and Estela, how
Um,
old were you when Estela left?
I was probably about, well, Chino was about 3 years old,
Right.
and
And
I was about 8 years older than Chino, so I was about 11 around there.
okay,
Yeah,
you might have been older than that actually.
something like that. I couldn't remember exactly. But then after Estela, the next one
Mhm.
was Gladys, baby. She was the second one.
Okay.
I was the third one on the family.
Oh, okay.
And then Lola, number four.
Okay.
And then Jorgito, Armando. And Armando was first before Jorgito. And then my mother decided to leave Santo Domingo too. And she sold the house.
Right.
She sold the house, yeah.
Did you have to go to Catholic school growing up?
I went to the Catholic school, San Juan Bosco.
Oh, no, sorry, not Catholic school, Catholic church.
Well, in school you had to go
Mm-hmm.
on a Sunday because on Monday they check your card to see if you went to church that Sunday.
So they forced everybody to go.
Yeah.
Did your parents go?
No, because they didn't belong to that. They used to go uh, to the Presbyterian church. They used to go to another church. They used to go to the, Lo Anglicano.
Did you like going to church? when you were a kid?
No, no, almost no kid like to go to church, but we used to go to church in first place because it was a must.
Mhm.
Secondly, you had a card,
Mhm.
and if you go to church, they would punch that card,
Mhm.
and then you could go at night to see the movies.
Mhm.
They had a theater
Oh yeah.
for the yeah for those kids. But if you didn't have a card punch, they said no, you cannot see movies. They used to chase you.
Were you guys the only ones with the last name Payne on the island?
To to me, we never knew another pain in the island in the Santo Domingo.
Right. You were the
No,
first.
yeah, but we was the only one.
Did
Uh,
you have a lot of girlfriends growing up? When you were like
well,
a little kid,
well,
not like when you were like a young
well,
kid.
yes, well, we used to have the second girlfriend, but just to go and see in the movies and oh, she's my, and
Mhm.
things like that, but not like today.
Do you remember how old you were when you had your first girlfriend?
Oh, Jorgito and I was we used to like the same girl.
Uh huh.
She used to be our neighbor,
Mhm.
so I was probably about 15.
The first girlfriend you had?
Yes, across the street from me,
Mhm.
and
What was her name?
yes, it's wow, wow. Um, all I know her last name was Reynoso, Milady,
Milady was.
Milady Reynoso. Yeah,
So she didn't want to go out with Jorgito. She went out with you instead.
but no, not like that. You couldn't go out like that. I had to talk to her aunt to take her out because her mother won't allow her to have no boyfriend or anything
Mhm.
like that. No, no.
Mhm.
So her aunt used to take her out to the movies, and then I will go into the movie too and sit down next to her.
And
That's
that
it.
was
That was it.
that was your whole
That
relationship.
was it. No kissing.
Mhm.
The only thing you could have grabbed her hand, and that was it. That was it. And she was happy with that. Her dad used to drive a bus,
Mhm.
and like maybe once a month, he used to make a tour to Boca Chica.
Mhm.
So his daughter, which was my girlfriend, it was only about 25 cents to take
Mhm.
us a tour to Boca Chica.
Mhm.
And there we used to play around in the,
Mhm.
en la playa.
Mhm.
But that was about it. There was nothing about kissing, nothing like that. That's it. That was a
Different time.
different time. Yeah, different time. But today is a different world.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Today, drug involved,
Okay.
drug involved, rum, thing like that.
Is there anything else you want to say about your childhood that you remembered?
No, I really did not really miss my childhood because, if my parents was wealthy,
Mhm.
maybe I say, oh wow, we had everything, but we didn't have everything. We had, we couldn't ride a bike. We didn't have a bike until we got older. Jorgito was the one who buy a bike when he went to work.
Mhm.
And then I used to, borrow from him. And it was okay. But, that was a tough, tough
You had a tough
days.
childhood then.
Yeah, it was not too pleasant, you know.
All right. So that's it for this video.
Oh, yeah. Bueno, ¿tú tienes que
All
llevar ese
right.
video para dónde?
Hold on, pa. It's still recording.
¿Cómo?